Thanks for the introduction, Mr. Steele. Ladies and gentlemen, when people ask me about that debate, they always focus on what I did wrong. I'd like you to hear it not as the story of my failure, but as the story of a man who saw the truth before anyone else was willing to admit it, that our system was broken beyond repair, and that desperate times demanded desperate measures. Let me take you back to that debate stage. Chapter 4. They glared at each other, chests heaving, the air between them practically sizzling with animosity. The audience held its collective breath, transfixed by the raw emotion on display. The other candidates shouted and shook their heads, desperate to be seen and acknowledged, but the true conflict clearly lay between the two frontrunners. Among the lesser-known candidates, a stocky figure shifted uncomfortably at the edge of the stage. Mr. Walter Benson, a libertarian, ran his hand over his receding hairline, his fingers brushing against his neatly trimmed beard. His eyes darted between Mr. Steele and Miss Shadow, his brow furrowing deeper with each heated exchange. Benson's calloused hands, testament to years of manual labor, clenched and unclenched at his sides. A muscle twitched in his jaw as he listened to grand promises that seemed worlds away from the struggles he'd witnessed in his working-class neighborhood. While the debate spiraled into disarray, something changed in Benson's demeanor. His shoulders tensed, his eyes hardened, and a dangerous resolve settled over his features. He took a half-step forward, then another, his gaze fixed on the podium at the center of the stage. "Two presidents?" he muttered under his breath, his voice barely audible over the atmosphere. His hands balled into fists as he inched closer to the front of the stage, a new and frightening purpose evident in every movement. The end. What I want you to take away from this passage is simple. Sometimes the person who breaks the rules is the only one brave enough to point out that the rules themselves are broken. Sometimes violence emerges not from evil, but from desperation when no one else will listen. Thank you.